We saw a whole bunch of them up in the tree, on the move or something.
Yeah, they were loud.
Alrighty.
Okay. Saying leave meeting.
Oh, Nancy Clark is here. Hi, Nancy. Who else do I know? There's someone named Hiawatha Music Co-op. Yeah. Heck yeah. My clock's about to tick. Usually, yeah, anyhow.
You can hear an echo somewhere. So, like, somebody must be, their Facebook must be up. Like, because you can even hear the lag.
Yeah, please be sure to mute yourself if you're not on camera.
That might be us. Can you do that now?
And mute the other thing that's coming out of a speaker if it's coming from your computer.
All right, I got 8 o'clock. John, are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready, mateys? Hey, everybody. Welcome to Farms, Folk Alliance Region Midwest's June virtual performance lane. It's a beautiful summer evening here in Michigan, mid-Michigan. I hope it's beautiful wherever you are. And our lineup tonight is beautiful. And what's especially wonderful is that we've got the Hiawatha Music Co-op to host your event tonight. John Gillette is right there. Yeah, he's got his trio with him, the Hiawatha All-Stars. They only have that name because I made it up. And so they're going to perform for it at the beginning. John's going to host you all night. And I've talked long enough, so please welcome John Gillette.
Well, thank you, Smitty. I appreciate it. We'll get rolling here. I was going to do some songs, but my wife Sarah and I have been practicing. This is Sarah back here, one of the All-Stars. And Sarah Middlefelt, by the way. And this here is Jeff Krebs. We've been practicing with him for an upcoming recording that he's working on. So we're going to play a couple of his tunes to kick it off tonight. And then we'll go into our first act. So this first one, you want to introduce it?
Well, I think, this is the first public performance of the Stump Sitters Union.
It's official now.
That's
we put it on camera.
our second name, yeah. Stump Sitters Union.
Yeah.
Local 906.
Local 906. So we're going to do a song called Why Do I Care? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why do I care? Why do I try? They say love is fair. I don't know why. I'm tired of tears in my eyes. Why do I care? Why do I try? Why do I care? You got someone new. I'll stop you right there. Tell me that it's not true. But if it is, then I've been a fool. Why do I care anymore? When I'm asked about you, I pretend. I tell them that I'm fine and we are just friends. Oh, we're just friends. When you first appeared in my line of sight, I felt all weird and high as a kite. And when our eyes met, I was done. Why do I care? Why did you run? When I'm asked about you, I will say, I never cared about you anyway. Oh, anyway. Why do I care? Why do I try? They say love is fair. I don't know why there'll be no more tears in these eyes. Why
Right.
Crowd's going wild over here.
Yes. Thank you,
We are live at the Fold here. This is the headquarters of the Hiawatha Music Co-op. We got a festival coming up July 21st that weekend. So
Y'all should
Gear
go. It's amazing.
yeah. So we try to fit in a couple more in this 10-minute slot and then pass it over.
Do you want to do a little banjo-y thing?
Oh,
This
which
one's
one?
called Bluebird.
Oh yeah, I'll try to get that in there.
Bluebird, bluebird, your song I heard. Bluebird, I heard. You'll be singing a new tune, bluebird. Bluebird, bluebird, your tune I heard. Bluebird, I heard. You'll be flying somewhere soon, bluebird. Try to wrap my head around it. I can't fly with you. Try to wrap my head out of it. What you sing is true. Bluebird, bluebird, your song I heard. Bluebird, I heard. You'll be singing nutty tune, bluebird. Not a damn thing now can change it. What you sing is true. All I know is just how strange it is to be here without you. Bluebird, bluebird, your song I heard. Bluebird, I heard. You'll be singing a new tune, bluebird. You'll be flying somewhere soon, bluebird. By the light of the full moon, bluebird.
Let's keep that going.
Give me up.
Yeah.
And the crowd went nuts. Okay, time for one more, right? Right?
Yeah,
Good.
I think we got 3 minutes or so.
Okay, we'll do it fast.
We can fast. All right.
Double time. Ready? I don't care. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't care if you love me. I don't care if you don't wanna be my little darling. I don't care, and I won't. We've been through a lot together. We've been through a lot of shit. Now we're through, but I remember how the two of us would fit. And I don't care if you love me. I don't care if you don't wanna be my little darling. I don't care, and I won't. You were sweet, and you were salty. It's bittersweet now that you're gone. And my heartbeat is beating faulty without the heat that it ran on. But I don't care if you love me. I don't care if you don't wanna be my little darling. I don't care, and I won't. Oh, I still think about you. I think I will, not but I do. Think about the thrill of lying with you beneath the spell of the stars in view. And I don't care if you love me. I don't care if you don't wanna be my little darling. I don't care,
fast enough, huh?
That was fast.
Yeah, so those were some original tunes by the all-star Jeff Krebs. So yeah, coming up next here, we're going to go over to Bill Quarter. One of the questions actually Smitty had thrown out there based on our traditional music people was, what's your favorite traditional folk song? Bill says, Long Black Veil, even though it's not that old. He really likes it. And let's see. Bill says, I like to share my songs with seekers. So let's all look and see. So with that, pass it over to Bill Quarter.
Bill, you're muted, I think.
Thank you. Sorry about that. I want to do a song called Sharing My Muse. My muse, she lives by the ocean. My muse, she lives by the sea. She practices magic at a distance, like the cat in the box you can't see. I sit by my open window, facing the western shore. She sends me my songs when she's able. Don't ask for anything more. We'll sing them for years round the campfires, dusk till dawn's early light. They'll tell us of our human nature, that everything's gonna be alright. They'll show us our wars and troubles. They'll revel in our warmth and joy. They'll tell us of the hopes and dreams of the bosses and the unemployed. So sit by your window in wonder, waiting for your songs to arrive. The muse song you sing is much stronger than your failure in anyone's eyes. So strap on your sword and your buckler and take us all by surprise. Go find your one true nature and bring yourself back alive. You've opened Pandora's box now, freeing all rhythm and rhyme. With Kinnessy and metaphor aplenty, we only had a little more time. You might mention the Rock of Ages, where Jesus wept all alone. You might ask him about the loaves and fishes, what they did with all of the bones. My muse, she lives near the ocean. My muse, she lives by the sea. She casts her magic at a distance, cat in the box you can't see. She's like the cat in the box you can't see. Thank you. This one is called Loving Love. I graduated from high school way back in 1967. Then we had the Summer of Love, and of course, it was only a few years after that we had Kent State. But this is my latest thinking on love. When we were young, the future was wide open. When we were young, love was in the air. When we were young, we thought we'd live forever. But time and tide many loves away. But love may bloom May or in December, young or old. Know when you still care for only love make your heart surrender, and only love can fully conquer fear. Along the way, may feel that love has left us. We've all known the pain of a broken love affair. Still the love we give is all we have to save us. It's the only power our hearts dare bring to bear. And in the end, love has never left us. It's been breathing with us this whole time, and we will cry pride and pure conviction that we've loved love, and loving love's no crime. Yes, we've loved love, loving love's no crime. Thank you. I'm not sure how much time I have left. That's, what, like 3 minutes? Okay. I'll try to sing just part of a song then about Uvalde. I get nostalgic for the future when dreaming of the past. Oh, sorry. Pays to be in the right key. I get nostalgic for the future when dreaming of the past. We're stuck here in this moment. We know that it won't last. Let's just leave it there. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it very much.
All right. Nice work, Bill. Oh, I got a little echo going there. Uh-oh. So Andrew Huber's up next from Huntley, Illinois. He's a Celtic folk rocker. And his answer to the song, what's your favorite traditional folk song? He says, today, Captain Wedderburn, which I was unfamiliar with, and as was Smitty. So you have to dial in on that one. So
That's
without
an
further
old-
ado, Andrew Huber.
Thank you. Can you hear me? I'm good? Muted. All right. The Captain Wedderburn is an old English tune. It was a big hit around the 1500s, I think. So anyway, this one is called Better Days Ahead. Something we always wish for. I got oh so many prayers and reasons. There ain't no hope for switching seasons. It's something that I crave. I took a double dare on an unlocked door, and still I pushed a little more. I bring my imperfections to the grave. And she said, come on over, Rover Red. We could kiss or just play dead. Kinda makes you wish for other things. Ooh, angel, angel in the snow. You can't fall too fast, you gotta let go. Sometimes it makes me wanna sing about looking up and falling down, and all the moves are story rounds. Oh, we're painting our lives red, and I don't spend too much time on what I do instead, but I think about all the better days ahead. I think about those better days ahead. And it don't matter where the story goes, it all gets lost inside the prose, the point of which is never gonna stick. Like that letter written with the cost out the window, it got tossed. I chased it down like some lunatic. Hey, we look up and we fall down just to move it all around. We're painting our lives red. Yeah, I looked up and I fell down just to move my story around. 'Cause I've been painting my life red, and I don't spend too much time on what I do instead. But I think about all the better days ahead. I think about all the better days ahead. Sometimes I dream about those better days ahead. Oh, I dream, yeah, I dream. Thank you. That's called Better Days Ahead. This next one is a song called Safe Passage Home. And this is one about the changing tides of the world. It's also just a song for the fishermen out there. It goes like this. Rig our boats and we run our lines, and most of all we're just chasing time. So much we always hope is waiting there to find, and so far away from all that we leave behind. And we sing way, boys, away. We sing way, boys, away. Sure, I remember, but how could I forget the way things were? Well, those days won't come back. Had better hauls and better still, closer shore. And those days are gone, they won't come back anymore. So we sing way, boys, away from all that we leave behind. They got treasure out there, and they got fish on the line. It's way, boys, away, and Godspeed we will find a safe passage home. to all that we leave behind, to a safe passage home, to all that we leave behind. So please sing me a song and I can find my way home. You'll be a siren, you'll be a beacon from the storms that do blow. Pray the lines stay tight, and if I ever feel stuck by the struggle and the waves, you can wish me good luck, save for the struggle and waves. Don't you wish me good luck, 'cause it's way, boys, away from all that we leave behind. We got treasure out there when we get fish on the line, and it's way, boys, away, and Godspeed we will find a safe passage home to all that we leave behind, singing way, boys, away. We sing way, boys, away. We sing way, boys, away, and Godspeed we will find a safe passage home to all that we leave behind, to a safe passage home to all that we leave behind, just a safe passage home to all that we leave behind. All right, it's called Safe Passage Home. Thank you guys so much. I think that's probably about enough of my time. I will, whatever time I have left, I will say I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody at the conference in October. So thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
That was beautiful, Andrew.
Oh, thank you so much.
I could hear some rootsy stuff in that last number. Let's see. Coming up next here, we got. There's something in my way there. Patty Steele will be our third, I guess fourth, including the All-Stars here, performer for tonight. She's from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Thank you, Terry. We got a little, Terry's on the technical aspects over here. And she says it's the thoughtfulness of roots, the fiery emotions of blues, the integrity of country, the spirit of the rock and roll. Patty Steele's musical talents and powerful stage presence have been a wowing audience for over a decade. Says her favorite traditional folk song, "This Land Is Your Land." I'll pass it over to you, Patty.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Okay. Hey, do you mind if I jump in real quickly? One thing that one of our traditions is that we nail everything right on the 10-minute spot. So if we could just chat for a couple minutes while we wait to just get right back to that 8:30 start time, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I can. It was kind of hard to choose a song for me. Like, that was challenging because I grew up with a rock and roll father. And so I grew up around that music all my life, and I didn't come to know the meaning of folk music until I was much older, and I'm very appreciative of it. You know, it's a great, most of my favorite artists, I would say, wrote their music kind of in a folk way, and maybe the music went another direction in the end. But so that's kind of how I see it, is my music starts very folkish, and then when you put it with a band or you change the instrumentation, it can change a song. But that song spoke to me as a child from choir, from being in school, and I can just remember everybody singing, and that's my idea of folk music, is when you can sing a song and have everyone chime in. So one day I hope to write lots of songs that people can sing along.
Yeah, that's great. One of the sessions that I really loved from last year's conference of the farm conference was all about traditional music, and it's a conversation I always love to go back to, especially being a member of the Hiawatha organization. We are all kind of focused on traditional music, but then trying to tease apart what that means and what what does that look like today? I guess how does it inform music? So kind of what you were saying, Patty. You build the frame of the house, but then you dress it up to look like rock and roll. But in the bones, it's all folk music anyway. So.
Exactly. And music, that's the one thing that we have in our entire world is music brings us all together. So I think that's what's cool about this whole experience in music is it's our language, Well, I think it's my turn, and thank you so much for the previous performers. What a great experience to be a part of, and I want to say a shout out to Lexi Dawson because she was really my, I think, said something for me to be involved, so I appreciate her. I'm going to do a song I wrote called No Better. You made it out of this town, but that's not much to see. Lost your dignity on the way. You know better than the man on the street. Keep finding wisdom in everyone that you meet. You made it out of this town, but that's not much to see. Lost your dignity on the way. Lost your dignity on the way. Lost your dignity on the way. Thank you. Silent claps. I'll tell you one of the strangest things. I've been a musician for a very long time, but I've always been a side hustler. So I was always an instrumentalist that would sit in with a singer-songwriter. But during COVID, I learned really quickly that I wasn't going to be able to continue my music career being just a side hustle, especially during being stuck inside having to perform in front of people. So I had to kind of retrain my brain to be like the lead person. And so that's when my big push happened to start playing solo stuff and writing my own music. So I'm kind of a new songwriter. I've only been doing it a few years. So to be a part of this has been a really good experience for me so far. And I'm very appreciative of the Folk Alliance. I've been now twice to the big one, and I'm hoping to make the one this October if everything goes my way. This next one's called Catching My Backhand. Didn't let me down, 'cause ain't no man gonna make me a fool. Ain't nobody gonna treat me cruel. They'll be catching my backhand. Once a man pushed me around. He was only happy when I was down, to the day my heart hit the floor. I said no more, he slammed the door, ain't never going back no more. 'Cause ain't no man gonna make me a fool. Ain't nobody gonna treat me cruel. They'll be catching my backhand. I'm loud and I'm proud, ain't nobody gonna stand in my way. Doesn't matter what they have to say, 'cause ain't no man gonna make me a fool. Ain't nobody gonna treat me cruel. They'll be catching, ain't no man gonna make me a fool. Ain't nobody gonna treat me cruel. They'll be catching, I'll be catching my backhand.
Yeah.
Don't mess with me. So I have time for one more, right? I go till 2 minutes? Yeah, it's a pretty short song. So I wrote this. It's brand new. It's called Living on the Road. It's about a trip I took on my first tour with a band last summer to Wyoming. So I'd never been before. So it's quite a trip. But here goes. Driving through the mountains, dust trailing behind. Who goes on forever, but we ain't got the time. Climbing over the mountains, swimming around the rise. Music playing in my head, I ain't got the time. Arkansas to Kansas, Pinedale to Saratoga. Hot coffee on a hotter day, sleeping in a tent. Flying like a hawk through the blue skies and green trees. Sleepy two-lane highway as far as one can see. Living on the road, sleeping far from home. Blazing unknown trails for hours. We don't care about the time, we just nickels making dimes. Life is sweet among the wildflowers. Loving, roasting in a van. At least the breeze is blowing, but my left arm has a tan. Drinking tons of water, sweat dripping down my chin. Couldn't be much hotter, the AC is out again. soaking in the hot springs, cold showers and warm winds, kisses from Roy Dog, fun that never ends, picnics with mosquitoes, late nights and lake swims, fading western sunsets with my wonderful friends. Living on the road, sleeping far from home, blazing unknown trails for hours. We don't care about the time, we just nickels making dimes. Life is sweet among the wildflowers. I wanted to end because it's 7:40. Thank you.
Ah, nice work there, Patty. Excellent. Yeah, thanks for the mute there. Rocking those ears too. Next up, we got Jeff Hannon, who's looks like originally a New York born, now living in Bloomington, Indiana. Contemporary folk singer, touring to support his new CD. Says his favorite traditional folk song is "The Water Is Wide." One of my favorites too.
Hey Jeff, I just muted you to get rid of that echo. If you can unmute now.
Unmute.
Yeah.
Jeff
Hang on.
Hannon.
Can you hear me now? Am I still echoing?
You're good. You're good.
Brilliant. This is wonderful. You guys, I can't even imagine trying to coordinate all this. I grew up in a coffee house. My dad started the Postscript Coffee House in New York 60 years ago. It's still going, although they're still managing their COVID hiatus. But I grew up literally Friday and Saturday nights sitting in this place, just soaking up the early folk scene, and that's my first love. And back then, the folk clubs in New York anyway were very much like this. They were much more like open mics than our kind of showcase clubs that we have now. And so I have fond memories whenever I sit around open mics. 30 years after that, in the early 90s, I had the honor of being the opening manager at Club Passim in Boston, in Cambridge, Mass, when it reopened as a nonprofit. And I started the open mic there and made the foolish mistake that they've continued to this day of having people do one song because there were so many people who wanted to play. So we had to turn this over every 4 or 5 minutes. Well, we ended up doing it in rounds and so forth. But so I have great passion for this whole form, and it's why anytime I say, oh, if there's an open mic, I'll go play. So I love it. And thank you guys. And thank you, John and Smitty and Charlie, for what you're doing. I can't imagine managing the digital stuff on top of all of that, what you're doing. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. As John said, I've got a new CD out. It's called High Tea for Poets. It's really about the beautiful things that come from hard times. It's kind of, we all have been thinking a lot about hard times through COVID. Lost people. I lost people. I know probably a lot of you did. And so this is a song I wrote watching kind of all the coverage of people watching their loved ones through glass, not able to touch them as they were slipping away, and just thought a lot about this and thought about it after the fact and so forth. And I hope you didn't lose anybody, but if you didn't, maybe you lost, your wallet or your keys or your cell phone or something, you can share in this with us. So this is called Remembrance Day. I've got a brand new video of this on my website at jeffcannon.com. Love to have you go take a look. So. Once I was a true believer, and you were the only way. Back when life was free and easy, we laughed on Remembrance Day. Our time is gone, but memories in my mind, they soldier on. Now and then I hear you sing from the shadows of the moon, but the sun is out today. You're laughing on Remembrance Day. said that night, but that wasn't true at all. For just like the summer days, the end came calling, and no one could stop the fall. When love dies in a storm, you find its pieces scattered day and night. It's a world of circles. So many times I've said goodbye, but today I came here searching for you on Remembrance Day, burning with the sun, hiding in the moon. Where does love go when it's gone too soon? Da 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 da. It isn't wrong to say I'll always love you. Remembrance Day. Guys, it's like smoking the bees, you know, like, oh. You guys know that term, smoking the bees? Calms the bees down with beekeepers. You bring a little smoke can. This I moved here to Indiana from Boston, as I mentioned before, and I did that because I was out on my first national tour in '96, and I met my wife playing here in Bloomington, and came right back as soon as I could, and haven't left. Raised our kids. They're up and now gone. One went to the East Coast. It's like the backward magnet. And I wrote this song not too long after I came here. It's called Indiana, and recorded it, had a version of it, left it aside. And I've always been one of those people, I don't want to re-record a song I wrote before. And then this song, you know, as we start to lose our rights in Indiana and a lot of Midwestern states, a lot of states across the country, I've started to think again about this thing. For me, Indiana itself is kind of about promise. It's about a future. And so now that promise is under threat, you know, and that's so I'm thinking a lot about that. It's called Indiana. If I could draw the sharp and crooked line of trails that I have followed, might just think to chase a western sky can only lead to sorrow. I towed the line for 12 wicked years, slave to the factory was not the life for me. No, no. We started on this trip across the land in northern Massachusetts. We've come 11 weeks and here we stand, our 16-man communion. Some are just children, some are alone, some bring a family. We have all escaped from a world where you don't have room. another sunrise. Hey, look at my hopes rise. I wonder what's ahead across the mountains. Though these nights are getting longer, our union's getting stronger. See, we know of Indiana, and it's somewhere out ahead. They say the land is open to the sky. The soil as rich as Eden. People have a simple grace inside. Ah, that voice of reason. Tell anyone who's hiding inside. Tell everyone you see that if they want to escape from the world where they don't have room to breathe, they might try Indiana. Indiana.
Excellent work. Some good finger picking there. We were admiring the use of the picks. Well, nice work. Thank you very much. Joe Peters is up next. California-based Hoosier singer-songwriter, Walnut Creek, California. He's based in the hometown, so no response if he has any favorite traditional
I'm right here.
folk songs. We'll leave that up to him to.
Can you hear me, I hope?
Over to you, Joe.
Cool. Thank you. So, yeah, I came out here from Indiana 6 years ago, so I get that whole Indiana hard love thing. But some wonderful things, despite all the heartaches and loss that came out of the pandemic, was that things went online. And when I left my Indiana songwriters group called SAMI, the Songwriters Association of Mid-North Indiana, the whole Zoom thing allowed me to participate again. And so during the course of the pandemic, I've done a lot of collaboration across states, and this is one such song. I call it Family Farm. It was inspired by a photograph, and I brought in a friend of mine, Cheryl Fletcher, back in Indiana, fellow songwriter, who is a third-generation family farmer, and she gave me this third verse. The forest welcomes autumn, leaves a shimmering gold. I'm walking through the gentle woods, so far from the road. I know that I have found my way. I stop and stand alone. There before me I can see the story of my home. Granddad tilled the land round here, but the bills kept piling year on year. Family farm hangs by a thread. This auction day draws near. We planted the bottomlands where floods had left their silt. They readied for the harvest, the corn crib soon was built. They were the first to farm this land up to their ears in corn. They soon would build another crib when their first child was born. Granddad tilled the land round here. Bills kept piling year on year. Family farm hangs by a thread as auction day draws near. Our legacy has now been lost. This grandson forced to sell. Nothing sure except death and tax, and a family farm death knell. That was a drop D. We'll get back here in standard tuning. Thanks to Cheryl for lending a hand. During the beginning of the pandemic, I was cut off from normal recording studio. Of course, could still write, but I just reached out to friends, particularly in the Midwest, and they started sending lyrics and poems and things. And so during the course of the pandemic, I've actually released 3 albums, the first of which was a double CD album called Collaboration, and it had to do with me putting a lot of lyrics to music, and then reaching out in a variety of studios back in Indiana and having my friends and colleagues come in and record vocals. It was a blast. This song here is a collaboration as well. Some of the collaborators are not musicians and they need help. This guy needs no help at all. His name is Charlie Walmsley. I met him at Lamb's Retreat for Songwriters, which I've attended like 6 times up in Harbor Springs, Michigan. I usually tack it on at the end of the farm conference. So these are Charlie's lyrics, and my music, it's called, I think it was originally called My Own Space, and I think we now call it Something in You. What's left of our culture has been shredded by vultures. Where they descend depends on the trends. And what's left of our sanity sailed away with humanity. That ship of fools went off searching for jewels. And what's left of our wisdom has been locked up in prison. It's now a crime to open your eyes. Oh, I see something in you, something that's true, something to carry me beyond today. Oh, I see something in you. Please say you see something in me. Oh, I see something in you, something that's true, something to carry me beyond today. Oh, I see something in you. Please say you see something in me. We could make our own space, withdrawing from the race, just you and I and the earth and the sky. We could run on our own time, no more standing in line, doing what seems right every day and night. And when we become so strong, we can help the world along, share sharing our own plan, one for every man. Oh, I see something in you, something that's true, something to carry me beyond today. Oh, I see something in you. Please say you see something in me. Thanks to Smitty and to Charlie and to John and all of you. Appreciate it. I'm Joe Peters.
Oh, excellent work, Joe Peters. That was really textured. That was nice. Love the drop D. Just keeping track of time here. I got Doug Harsh coming up from South Bend, Indiana. Doug says he writes and sings songs about love. Favorite traditional song, folk song anyway, John Henry.
How y'all doing? I guess I'm gonna continue the tradition of folks from Indiana or living in Indiana. I'm in South Bend here, so gonna play a song that I wrote for a bunch of friends of mine who are artists and musicians, and they've been dreaming about a life where they don't have to work, you know, that regular day job in order to finance all their art. You know, the thing is though, when you do that, when you kind of cut off that steady income, it's all on you then. So it's called When I Quit My 9 to 5 and Start Working 24/7. I've been working hard at this awful job, just staring at the clock. Stayed out way too late last night 'cause this boy needs a rock. Someday when I'm sleeping in, it'll be at my discretion. When I quit my 9 to 5 and start working 24/7. Well, I never thought it'd be like this when I was back in school, playing nice to get along while trying to please some fool. Know those days are coming soon, there'll be no more pretending. When I quit my 9 to 5 and start working 24/7. Well, it's 1, 2, 3, I might be off to sail the sea, but there won't be no other captain except me. 'Cause I've been dreaming up a future life, and don't it look like heaven? As soon as I quit my 9 to 5 and start working 24/7. So if you're feeling down and out and hoping to get free, won't you take this trip along with me? It's 1, 2, 3, I might be off to sail the sea, but there won't be no other captain but me. 'Cause I've been hoping for a future life, and don't it look like heaven? As soon as I quit my 9 to 5 and start working 24/7. As soon as I quit my 9 to 5 and start working 24/7. Thank you so much. It's a privilege to play after some of these folks. Or I shouldn't say some of these folks. Every one of those folks who's played have been fantastic. And so it's nice to be with you all tonight. I hope it's good weather wherever you are. I thought about doing this out on the porch because it's such a beautiful night. But it's so much easier with all of the electricity and places to plug in around. So. Anyway, here's a song that I wrote. For that moment in the relationship when you kind of know that things are just not going to get any better. back. There was something missing in those fleeting moments that passed like the breeze. I knew well at the time, though our lips were kissing, you were already gone in my mind. All these lines on my face trace chances not taken, and those dreams that broke like waves upon the shore. I have leaned into fear, though my love was not shaken. It was always as close as my tear. You must be mad, thought I heard you say in a quiet voice behind the door. Why hide the truth if there's no reason to stay anymore? 'Cause those secrets in your heart burn like stories unspoken. I can tell by the look in your eyes. I wish that I could just close my eyes and make all this pain disappear. Surrendered doubts I've been holding close all these years. Been clear all along, and you don't have to say it. I can tell by the look in your eyes. I can tell by the look in your eyes. Thank you, guys. I think that should about do it for me.
Well, excellent work. Thank
Thanks,
you again
appreciate
so
it.
much, Doug. That's great stuff.
Thanks.
We were admiring your collection of Fender amps and stuff in the back there too. I remember you being a sound guy from Farm last year, so it's good to see you again.
Yep, good to see you too.
Let's see. Up next, Robin Lee Garber brings crystalline alto voice with gentle burnished edges and an outsider's point of view to the original and time-treasured songs she sings. From Chicago, Illinois. There was, maybe she'll let us know what her favorite traditional folk song is out there.
Can you hear me? Am I not muted?
We hear you.
No, you're on.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I filled out the questionnaire. My favorite folk song? I think I put down "Water is Wide." That was what was in my head today. Is that a traditional folk song? I think it is.
Extraordinarily traditional. It's a very, very old song. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I was like, I know a lot of songs. I just don't know what's considered traditional or not. Anyway, hi, good evening, everybody from Illinois. I'm just going to get started. Happy Pride. I've been writing a lot these last few years, and I'm really just excited to play some new stuff. So, this song I actually wrote before the pandemic, but I thought it was something good to consider. This is my cat Max. He runs the place. Hey Maxie. And this song is called Have Your Say. It's your move, it's your call. Got your back up against the wall. It's time to decide what's your fate. If you don't, they're gonna steal it away. You've been waiting, going crazy, making all the right moves in the brightest of ways. Just for once, you will finally get to have your say. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They called you too young, they'll have you silenced. But now you want the whole world to notice. They don't want to fix things, they don't want to change things. You've been down this road of fear again and again. You've been waiting, going crazy, making all the right moves in the brightest of ways. Just for once, you will finally get to have your say. Ooh, ooh, ooh. When you speak your truth, you will find your inner strength. You only get one life, so go and take that chance. Use your voice to make a difference. Have your say. Have your say. Have your say. Have your say. Oh, you are brave. You are smart. When you stand up for what you believe, they'll fight hard, but you won't be their martyr. When you call them on their lies and all their deceit, you've been waiting, going crazy, making all the right moves in the brightest of ways. Just for once, just this once, you will finally get to have your say. Have your say. Have your say. Ooh. Have your say. Have your say. Have your say. Ooh. Have your say. Have your say. Have your say. Ooh, whoa, whoa. Yeah. That song I wrote a few years back after the Parkland school shooting. I was so impressed by the young people and how they went to DC and had their say. And right now at the hospital where I work as a creative arts therapist and clinical therapist, there's been since COVID a lot of kids coming out as trans and non-binary, and I thought, this song really fits that as well. They're standing up and they're saying, hey, what about us? And rights are being taken away, books are being banned. So that's a song I continue to play and enjoy playing. This next song I wrote after a few conversations actually, about people who don't necessarily feel comfortable putting their sexuality out there, or their pronouns or things like that. And it's great that everybody wants to wear rainbow flags and things like that, but it's still not 100% safe out there. People are getting discriminated against in all different kinds of ways. And this song I wrote empathizing with, situations of not wanting to be out and wondering why people are asking certain questions and things. So here we go. The song is called Pride. Why must I explain? What do you expect to gain? It's no secret, but my life story isn't for your entertainment. Those with whom I choose to sleep aren't really half as interesting as the work I do every day of the week. The color of my skin or the gender box you put me in. You don't like the way that I blur the lines. Am I a boy or a girl? Why is that important in your world? Tell me please, or go away, stop wasting my time. Well, you say you really want to learn, just practicing some empathy. Well, I say that's not true. You don't ask other folks for details. What I keep to myself is mostly for my mental health. I'm not an open book for you to read. The color of my skin or the gender box you put me in. You don't like the way that I blur the lines. Am I a boy or a girl? Why is that important in your world? Tell me please, go away, stop wasting my time. Your assumptions based on stereotypes are illusions of what you think I'm really like. The world is made up of so many different kinds of species. You and I and everyone are just as random as can be. Are just as random as can be. Well, expectations lead to letdowns eventually. Oh, I am not a saint or sinner, probably something in between. Please don't fetishize my life. I know you want to celebrate the strife, but I'm someone who prefers to remain a mystery. And the color of my skin or the gender box you put me in. You don't like the way that I blur the lines. Am I a boy or a girl? Why is that important in your world? Tell the truth or go away, just stop wasting my time. Tell the truth or go away, stop wasting my time. Yeah. Pride. That's a new one, so I don't get to play that out too much.
Yeah, thanks, Robin. That was
Thank
really
you.
great.
And we're
Good,
good.
solid message.
We're at 10. 20 minutes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, Smitty, and thank you so much, Charlie, and thanks everybody for listening. This was really great to get reconnected with Farm. I see a lot of folks in the audience, and thanks for listening too, and have a great night, and I look forward to hearing who's next.
Thanks again. Yeah, next up we got JC Clements. JC and Jason from Bloomington, Indiana. They're a folk rock blues rock duo from Bloomington. They each have released album projects. JC has just completed studio time with Linda Lovelace and will release an acoustic version of her album
Lydia.
2023, 2024.
That's right.
I'm trying to make that notation that it was Lyda Lydia Lovelace. Like,
Oh, what did I say?
She had a
that's
different
whole
career.
other thing. Whole other thing.
That was a Freudian thing, huh?
I know.
All right, John.
That's a whole different song. But,
Well, in case you guys want to mix it up a little bit.
the other thing
That's
was-
our next. We gotta make money. I mean, come on.
All right.
My favorite folk song is probably Aragon Mills, but like my family is from Deep in Hazard, so it's Hoosier Night. We're from Bloomington, Indiana. We're like Jeff's wife's our kid's English teacher, and so it's a Hoosier Night tonight. But a lot of the folk songs that I know, no one else except outside of my family knows. So I'll just go with Aragon Mills. That's okay. You guys know that one? Okay.
Let's do ours.
All right.
Shall we?
We're gonna do some of ours.
Or yours?
This one's mine, and then I've been trying to talk Jason into doing something.
Let's do. You got 10 minutes. Let's go.
Just roll. I'm a sister, a mother, a friend, and a wife. I love what is simple, what makes me feel right. I'm strong-willed and grounded. My heart knows no boundaries. I feel closer to memory with each passing day. So take me to bluegrass, where I should stay. There near my mother to rest all my days. Give me to the country where I found my life. A mother, a sister, a friend, and a wife. In my dreams I see myself there. Sweet magnolia all in the air. The song from a church choir is echoing near. Cumberland's calling me back through the years. I've given my children all that I own. My heart and my faith, they should pass to their own. It came through my mother and her mother before. The love that I give will always endure. So take me to bluegrass, where I should stay. There near my mother to rest all my days. Give me to the country where I found my life. A mother, a sister, a friend, and a wife. In my dreams I see myself there. Sweet magnolia all in the air. The song from a church choir is echoing near. Cumberland's calling me back through the years. I'm a sister, a mother, a friend, and a wife. I love what is simple, what makes me feel right. So take me to bluegrass, where I found my life. A mother, word, a friend, and a wife. There you go. Thank you. Wow.
Want to intro Hello Heartache?
Hello Heartache is off the upcoming album project.
That's it? That's all you got?
That's all I got. I'm not real chatty about my songs.
Good.
It's obvious. When you listen to the lyrics, you're like, wow, somebody really pissed her off. So the majority of my songs are really about people that pissed me off, except for that one that was about my grandma. Obvious, right? Hello, heartache, tell me where you've been. Looks like you're hanging with your friends. Did they let you down? Are you sorry now? Are you back for me? Did you bring misery? Well, come on in. You know that I can't turn you down. You always get to me somehow, make me feel so proud. Say your heart is mine. Will you turn around? Will you change this time? Come on in. I want to believe you so bad. Wait around for that love I thought we had. It seems so real. Hello, heartache, can we try again? Are we up for what this love can't give? Can we make it work? Can we find common ground? Forget the hurt, a lost love found. Come on in. I want to believe you so bad. I wait around for the love I thought we had. It seems so real. So real. All right. Thank you. Yeah, Joe, when we saw your name, Joe, we were like, oh my gosh, Joe. It's like a Hoosier reunion up in. We got 2 minutes. Jason, you want to play a little song?
No, we're good. I think 2 minutes is fine.
I think we
Another-
yield
another-
our 2 minutes to our esteemed colleagues.
I yield the measure of my time. Well, it was great. Thank you very much, JC, Jason.
We have we're playing Circle Center Mall on Tuesday and the State Fair twice, and I'm really bad about dates, so just check my website and come on out. I'm horrible at dates. I do know we're gonna gig Tuesday though. That's it.
Tuesday, the most rock and roll day of the week.
At a mall.
We're opening up for Debbie Gibson.
Debbie Gibson. Wow.
That's a joke. That was a joke.
We're not opening for Debbie Gibson.
Oh, I get you. Thank you so much. We're gonna switch over to Mara Levine coming up next here. Edison, New Jersey. It's called
Yep,
The
I'm from
One of
Jersey.
the Best Singers of Her Generation by Kristen Levine. New Jersey-based song interpreter Mara Levine selects songs with inherent beauty and delights in creating beautiful multi-part harmony arrangements. Try to say these things correctly this time. So I got to hear a little bit warming up. So turn it over to you, Mara.
Thank you so much. And that was actually Christine Lavin. I'd love to be related to her, but she's not a Levine. Okay, I'm going to start off with a song written by my friend Rob Lincoln, who is with the Philadelphia Area Songwriters Alliance, and I am a song interpreter. And I think I wrote that my favorite traditional song was Katie Cruel. But I'm going to do a couple of songs that sound traditional, even though they're not. I like to find all kinds of great songs. So this is by Rob Lincoln, and it is essentially a murder ballad set in Colorado in the 1870s. It's historical fiction, but some of the people mentioned are real. It's a tale of love, racism, and murder. It's called Wild, Wild Rose. In the days before the auto, out on a wild country, lived a fair and not so tender lady, for whom I sing so tenderly. Out on the Colorado, in the year of 1870, friends with Soapy Smith and Poker Alice, she went to work for Madam Z. Wild, wild rose, with your honey lips so fair, wild, wild rose, come close to me. Wild, wild rose, with your silky auburn hair, if not for you, I would cease to be. One day there came a ruffian, a soldier boy once from the Confederacy, and this wild rebel came looking for trouble, wanting to harm a man like me. He spied me as I was dusting off my saddle. He called and I came obligingly. He pulled a knife and he tried to stab me, so I turned and ran to Madam Z's. Wild, wild rose, with your honey lips so fair, wild, wild rose, come close to me. Wild, wild rose, with your silky auburn hair, if not for you, I would cease to be. Through the door he followed me quickly, right through the parlor, intent to take my life. All the girls they took to running, but not my Rosie. She came between me and his knife. Wild, wild rose, with your honey lips so fair, wild, wild rose, come close to me. Wild, wild rose, as you lay dying there, if not for you, I would cease to be. Do 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 And as I gaze out on this once wild prairie, sitting here so old on my front porch. I loved a girl that I could never marry, and in sorrow carry her torch. Wild, wild rose, with your honey lips so fair, wild, wild rose, come close to me. Wild, wild rose, with your silky auburn hair, if not for you, I would cease to be. If not for you, I would cease to be. And that was Wild Wild Rose by my friend Rob Lincoln. And historical fiction in the way that some of these characters actually existed in the West at that time. Poker Alice was a woman who was running all kinds of gambling schemes in Soapy Smith, and also they had brothels, and there was certainly, of course, discrimination after the Emancipation Proclamation, and people were freed out west. So that was a historical fiction. And this was Rob's 800. He's working currently on his 861st song of his goal to meet 1,000 songs. So that's Wild Wild Rose. Now I'm going to turn my attention to one of my favorite songwriters who recently passed away. And this is a tribute. And this is a song I actually did record, and we'll be listening to it with some of my backing tracks with my friends' gathering time. This is Bitter Green by Gordon Lightfoot. Also sounds like a traditional song, but it is not. It's a tragic love story as well. Unrequited love. Upon the bitter green she walked, the hills above the town echo to her footsteps as soft as eider down, waiting for her master to kiss away her tears, waiting through the years. Bitter green they called her, walking in the sun, loving everyone that she met. Bitter green they called her, waiting in the sun, waiting for someone to take her home. Some say he was a sailor who died away at sea. Some say he was a prisoner who never was set free. Lost upon the ocean, he died there in the mist, dreaming of her kiss. Bitter green they called her, walking in the sun, loving everyone that she met. Bitter green they called her, waiting in the sun, waiting for someone to take her home. The bitter green is gone, the hills have turned to rust. There comes a weary stranger, his tears fall in the dust. Kneeling by the churchyard in the autumn mist, dreaming of her kiss. Bitter green they called her, walking in the sun, loving everyone that she met. Bitter green they called her, waiting in the sun, waiting for someone to take her home. Bitter green. And thank you very much. That was Bitter Green by Gordon Lightfoot, and I'll put some information in the chat about my upcoming performances and my website.
Thank you, Mara. Just some very traditional sounding selections. Katie Cruel. I'll have to look that one up too. I gotta get. I should be involved with some kind of organization that focuses on traditional music.
You should be.
And next up, we have Bunny Barnes, who was sneaking into the 9:40 slot here. Somebody posted earlier too. I believe this was about you, Bunny. That It Goes Like It Goes was inducted into the National Thumb Pickers Hall of Fame in September as Album of the Year of 2022.
It was.
Congratulations
I'm so thrilled.
for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And it was also on the Folk Alliance charts in April.
Uh-oh, we
I'm
got
really
some,
thrilled to be able to announce that, and thrilled to be here tonight. Thank you, Mara, for letting me know about this. And what a wonderful lineup of music tonight. So, yeah, I'm from Sellersville, Pennsylvania, outside of Philly. And I lost I can still talk, and I don't sing the way I used to because I had a bout with vocal cord cancer. And just as a little way to tell you a little bit about myself, I as I said, I used to sing, but because of the vocal cord cancer, I really can't sing the way I liked to before. And I was fortunate enough to have Tommy Emmanuel come into my life and help me to decide to let the guitar be my voice. So I want to play a couple tunes. Here's the new CD. I want to play a couple tunes from the CD. This first one was written for Louis Armstrong. And Louis only asked for $250 to pay the band, and he never got paid himself. The song didn't become famous until it was used in Robin Williams' Good Morning Vietnam. Here's What a Wonderful World. This is what I think the world is now. I mean, after the pandemic, it was so wonderful that everything opened up again, and I got to learn to use Zoom through the pandemic. Though I can't understand why I'm using headphones tonight because I can't get any sound. But here you go. What a Wonderful World. What a wonderful world. Thank you so much. So just as a reference, I will be playing, I played last year at the Philadelphia Folk Fest with Mara and Rob Lincoln. And this year I'll be playing at the Chet Atkins Appreciation Society Convention in Nashville the second week in July. Thank you so much for the good comments. I want to play a song that was written by Davy Graham and made famous by Bert Jansch. Paul Simon also did it. A lot of John Redmore did it as well as Clive Carroll. This is my arrangement, probably not as the composer intended. It's called Angie. Angie, thank you so much for having me tonight. It was a real pleasure, and thank you, Mara, for letting me know about it. I so appreciate it. Great night of music.
Thanks for dropping in. That was really fabulous, Bunny.
Thank you.
I could tell you were having a good time yourself.
Always. Why not? Why
guess
play
that's
if you're
what it's
not
all
enjoying
about.
it?
We are at 9:50, which makes for one last performer tonight. We have Waddle and Daub, Tim and Susan. I'm going to murder another name here.
Mokarski.
Mokarski.
We'll help you out.
Right. A Moakar and a ski.
Wokarnski?
No, a mow, a car, and a ski.
It's not as hard as it.
Mo.
It just looks
Car.
intimidating.
Yeah. I'm aware. All right. Said they've been performing together for almost 10 years, released 3 albums. In short, we don't try to be fancy. Paraphrasing Pete Seeger, we wrote some songs. Here they are. Hope you like them. Sing with us. I like that. And for favorite traditional folk songs, Tim says, almost anything that people can sing along with. Hard Times by Stephen Foster. That's a nice one, too. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to you, Tim and Susan.
Thanks.
Thanks, Sean.
What a really great night.
Yeah.
I just.
I don't know how we have to follow that guitar
I
player.
know.
Who knew there was the Thumb Picking Hall of Fame, though?
I had no idea,
Nope.
but I'm a big fan of Chet Atkins, so
Yep.
good on you.
This is a relatively new song that we're still working the kinks out of. It's not recorded anywhere yet. It's called Patch of Blue. Some people follow rules, others act like fools. I'm no different from anyone. I've done some bad things too. But when I get confused and don't know what to do, I just think of you. You're my patch of blue. Walking on cloudy days, I love getting caught in the rain. There's no need to explain the lonesome whistle of a southbound train. I don't know who or what to blame, but one thing keeps me sane. I just think of you. You're my patch of blue. When I'm feeling all alone and nothing rings quite true, I look up at the sky and I just think of you. You're the sunshine peeking through. You're my patch of blue. When I'm feeling all alone and nothing rings quite true, I look up at the sky and I just think of you. You're the sunshine peeking through. You're my patch of blue. You're the sunshine peeking through. You're my patch of blue.
Thank you. All you silent clappers.
Yeah. You said we like something to sing along, and there is a part that they can do over there.
There is. There's a
But
part
we-
you don't even really have to know the words.
Right. What are the words? That
Ooh,
they,
ooh, ooh.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
If you can handle it, ooh. You'll catch right on to that.
And just as for John, we can never have too much banjo.
That's right. So this is a song I wrote. It's on our last album. It's called the Welcome Mat, and thought we'd do it tonight because it seems to be getting a lot of airplay in Wisconsin for some reason.
Yep.
We are in, by the way, Grays Lake, Illinois.
Down the road from Huntley.
Yeah, a little bit east of there. All right, Welcome Mat. Well, it's so absurd, you can't believe it. Whatever you heard, it's worse than that. Reality is, I guarantee it, been trod on like it's a welcome mat. Here's the ooh part. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
See how easy that was?
What does a man know? What does a man see? How can a man tell what he should believe? God gave him a mind. God gave him eyes to use his good sense. Weed out the lies. And it's so absurd, you can't believe it. Whatever you heard, it's worse than that. Reality is, I guarantee it, been trod on like it's a welcome mat.
Here comes your part again.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, listen now, friends, I want you to know that there are good people wherever you go. But there are for sure some people you'll find, believe it or not, they're not so inclined. And it's so absurd, you can't believe it. Whatever you heard, it's worse than that. Reality is, I guarantee it, been trod on like it's a welcome mat.
Last time, folks.
Ooh, no, it's not. Ooh. Ooh. We're gonna do it twice.
Ooh. Okay, one more time.
I planned on it. There you go, and that's it for us.
I saw some people singing along there.
I did too. Thanks for singing
Thanks
with
a
us.
lot.
We love that the best.
Wow, that was great. Tim and Susan, thank you so much. And
Thank
you, of
you.
course, to Charlie for tweaking the sound for everybody, and Smitty for coordinating all this. Great teamwork on all ends. A lot of
Thanks for
wonderful
hosting, John. You were great.
Glad to be a part of it.
And I suppose we could say everybody unmute for a second and applaud for everybody that was performing tonight.
Great job.
Oh, this was too much fun. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Everybody that signed up.
Thanks, everyone.
Good night,
Charlie,
everybody.
just in case, was Charlie on the spot tonight. He got kept everything going. Well done.
Happy day.
Thanks, Charlie. Thanks, Smitty.
Couldn't have done it without
Thank you.
Charlie.
Thank
Bye.
you, Charlie. Thank you, Smitty.
Thanks,
Thank you all.
everybody.
Don't forget to register for our conference.
Already
Yeah.
done, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yep, we're all registered.
Yay.
Everybody at the
See you
conference.
guys in October.
Yeah,
All right.
See you at Hiawatha, too.
Heck yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well.
Woo.
Have a good night, all.
Yeah.
Oh, the next VC opportunity is going to be our peer session on July 6th. And then we're pretty much going to all run off on vacation and go lay in the tall grasses and dream for a while. And then we'll be back in the fall.
Doing some in-person live thing.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Our conference.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night. Thanks.
See you, Robin Lee.
Leaving meeting now.
I could end meeting now, but I'm just gonna keep it
It's fun to
open.
watch everybody sort of
It is.
slowly disappear.
Just slowly fade.
This is like
Just wondering how the sound came out, guys.
It sounded great, Mara.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you for your
Yeah,
coaching.
and yeah, it worked well.
Yeah, I have another performance on Zoom, a paid performance on Zoom tomorrow, and I'm going to follow your instructions. I think it was good.
Yeah, and the harmonies really blended well. I mean, you
thank
had
you.
those right at the right spot, I think.
I'm gonna
It felt
do
good.
exactly what we did today.
Cool. Okay.
Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks again, guys.
All
I'm
right.
gonna take off.
Thanks again, John. Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah, thanks, John. Thanks, Mitty. We will see you all later.
Around October, if not sooner.
Yay.